got to learn your skills better than ever. You should start your day at zero. You need to find a seller, a buyer, or you need a referral. That's your goal, is to get one of those that day, every single day. You have to start at zero, and you have to have standards. So you have to be willing to say, okay, I'm going to walk away if it comes to this, or this. I deserve to make some money.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's me, it's Aaron Wittenstein, and I would like to welcome you to Vulcan7 Roadmap. This is where we chat with agents across the country in regards to how to take 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, just a lot of listings a week, okay? And all the way from Nashville, Tennessee, by way of New Mexico, right? We have my guy Ron Poindexter. Ron, how you doing, my friend?
Good, Aaron. Good. I'm glad to be here with Vulcan and you and the roadmap. So, I appreciate the opportunity, and how can I help you?
Oh, God. There's a lot of ways you can help me, but let's focus on real estate today, okay?
All right, I'm excited.
Yes.
to be on here and talk some real estate to you.
There we go. So you've been doing this for a day and a minute, is that correct? You've been around the block.
How
long have you been in business for?
Oh my gosh, 34 years. I was first licensed in 90. My first full year is 91. So yeah, about 34 years now. Getting older and older.
Well, you look wonderful, just so you know that. You don't look a day over 29 years in real estate, okay?
Oh, yeah.
And see, and you eventually look like this after 30, you know what I mean? So, all right, my friend. So you have, we were chatting a little bit, and so you built your business in New Mexico, correct?
Yeah, I had a good business. I probably sold over 2,000 units throughout that career. So I have a strong sphere of influence and past client business still calling me from New Mexico. So we were talking, and one of the big areas that I won't let go of is any of that referral business. No. So I have a couple great agents in New Mexico that I make sure they get those referrals. And then in my script, as you know, if you're using a Mike Farias, so if you were to move, Aaron, where are you moving to next?
You know, here, exactly, because I mean, what I found to be extremely interesting here, okay, and you're like me, you're a rebuilder, okay, so you moved from New Mexico, now you're in Nashville, correct? Right. Okay, and you're rebuilding your business, all right?
Exactly.
And you did it just about the same time that I moved from New York to Florida. So we're kindred spirits here, my friend.
I think we're brothers from another mother, right?
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! So talk to me first. But before we get into that, because we have something very interesting that we're going to talk about here that I love the concept of completely. I think it's genius. This is where This is where we tell you wait until the next commercial break. But but talk to me. How's it been building in Tennessee?
Well, I've got a whole bunch of new in Albuquerque. In an hour radius, you had maybe 5 cities. You had 4 counties and 5 cities in an hour radius. It's such a big state. You could go 30 minutes without seeing a building, in one direction. Here, within the hour radius, we probably have, 12, 15 counties and I don't know, countless little towns. So that's what's difficult out here is I got to know exactly which town I'm going to. If you cross a river, you're in a new town. If you go down a hollow, you're in a new town or a new county. So that's what is taking me some getting used to out here. As far as the real estate game, it's pretty much the same thing. I'm on the phones in the morning. I prospect, I practice, I prospect. I call it the 5 P's, basically. I practice, I prospect, I go preview or I do a high production lunch. Then I perform, I present and I perform. Okay. And then I power down I prepare everything and then I power down in the evening. So pretty much that's my schedule, and that was my schedule back then, except I owned my company now, but I had 45 agents at the peak in Albuquerque. But pretty much I was a Mike Ferry guy. That's what I learned all my life pretty much. And I still use those scripts today with Vulcan. So
talk to me. So being in a new market, like I said, I can attest to what you're saying, right? It's that it's not so much the selling part. It's learning how to speak to people the way they want to be spoken to. It's learning the areas. It's learning the way the market trends go.
Sure.
Out
Yeah.
of that, like, what do you think has been your biggest challenge um, being in a brand new market?
Well, getting used to, there's a little bit of difference relating, like the loyalty factor is real big out here. So you call an expired listing, they're like, well, it is my brother-in-law. And, so I'll go in and say, look, I understand that. But be honest, do you want to sell your home or do you just want to do your brother-in-law a favor again? So which is better for you? If I can present you an alternative, a second option, obviously that there's power in getting a second opinion. Let's get together. And you don't want to do the same thing. You know the definition of insanity, don't you? So if I can show you how we can get your home sold, maybe even if your brother-in-law or your friend or relative, they'll still be your friend or relative whether you list with me or not, won't they? So,
Oh,
but the
you know,
loyalty factor is stronger out here than in New Mexico.
oh
So
man, yeah, I can tell you know what to say, and you've said it like a bazillion times already.
I get
Um,
real, Aaron, I get real energy. You got to have the energy. You got to be enthusiastic about this business. You got to bring it, and I believe I'm a salesman above anything. Okay. I believe they hire you to sell their house. They don't hire you to market their house. They don't hire you to hold open houses. They hire you to sell it. And
right.
that's what I promise my sellers. We're going to get you the highest. I'm 100% committed, Aaron, to getting you the highest sales price in the shortest amount of time with the least amount of problems. Is that what you want?
All right, so let me ask you this then, because here's what's nice is I talk to a lot of agents, you know what I mean, in general, and you can tell when someone inside and out knows what they're supposed to say, right?
Right.
And inside and out, this isn't even something that you even think about. It is ingrained in your brain what to say. Am I wrong?
Exactly. I sometimes it comes out. I think you got to be quick on your feet, So like I'll be calling and they'll say, and I don't research. I don't spend any time doing that. I'm calling the numbers. I know that I got to get this call and set the appointment within 2 minutes or get off the call or I'm not going to make my contact goal. Okay? So when I'm calling, a lot of times, they'll say, "Well, it's not a house." I'll say, "Hey, I noticed your house came up on our computer as expired listing." And Aaron, and then they'll say, well, it's not a house, it's a lot. I'll say, even better, Aaron.
I
So
like
when do you
that.
plan on interviewing the powerful agent like myself for the job of getting your home sold? So seems to
S-
work. I've
I,
had people get woo. I love your energy.
well,
So
you have. I mean, you have to because if you just go, Uh,
I
it
know.
just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. All right? So you mentioned contacts. Okay.
Yes,
So we all know it's a contact sport. Okay.
yes,
So what? I'm just gonna venture to guess that you know your numbers probably inside and out. Am I wrong?
pretty close. Yeah,
Okay.
pretty close.
What is your contact goal on a daily basis?
It's 25 contacts.
Okay.
Okay. Do I hit it every day? No, but then that tells me that I'm talking too long. I'm spending too much time in a certain area, but I'll try to make 5 expireds. First thing, low hanging fruit, call the expired in the morning. FSBOs after that. Try to make 5 contacts and for sale by owners. Then I'll do 15 contacts in different areas. So I'll call my sphere. I'll call my current clients. I'll call just listed, just sold. I use a script looking for inventory. Aaron, do you know why I'm calling your house today?
No.
Because your area is very hot. It's on fire right now. So if I could show you where you might get the most for your money, I mean, most for your house ever, would you talk to me today at 3 or 4 tomorrow? I mean, would that be something you might think about moving if I can show you how much your house is worth?
I mean, I guess so.
Well, fantastic. Is today at 3 or tomorrow at 4 better for you?
3 o'clock sounds great.
Fantastic. I'll see you at 3. So then I would go into a quick qualifying script, but that's just a looking for inventory. The reason I'm calling the area is because it's a hot area, isn't it, Aaron?
Oh yeah.
I
Oh
mean,
yeah, no, that makes. I think it's a great script. I definitely like that. So all right, so here's the thing that I found to be interesting when we were talking, is You know what I'm talking about. So let's do this. Let's role play this out real quick. Let's do a quick basic role play. I won't give you much feedback or much guff, if you will, and then we'll isolate once we've hit the area. Does that sound good?
Sure. What do you want to role play?
Whatever. I'm an expired. I'm an expired.
All right. All right. Ring ring.
Hello.
Hello. Is this Aaron?
This is.
Aaron. Ron Poindexter. Ron Poindexter Real Estate. Listen, I noticed your house came up on my computer as an expired listing, and I was just calling to see when do you plan on interviewing the right agent this time, Aaron, for the job of getting this home sold?
Um. You know what? I think. We're not sure what we want to do right now.
Fantastic. You're not sure where you're going or what you want to do. If you did sell, where will you go to next?
We were actually going to be moving to San Jose, California.
San Jose, that's exciting. So tell me about that. I love San Jose. I know a great agent on San Jose. His name is Craig Gorman. Okay, he's a great agent. I'd love to get you with him. We can have a three-way call today at 3 or tomorrow at 4 when we get together. Which is good for you?
Um, Tomorrow at 3 sounds great.
Great. Who are you working with? Are you working with anybody in San Jose?
Not yet. I mean, we've been looking around on, on the internet websites and stuff like that, but we're not really committed to anybody yet. So,
Fantastic. Like I said, I know a great agent. We'll get him on the three-way call. So how soon do you plan on getting to San Jose?
we'd like to be there within the next 90 days.
And why didn't your home sell, Aaron?
All right, time out. So, what you just did there, okay, is you went the extra step in regards to getting that potential referral, whether because
Exactly.
so here's what I find to be interesting is not a lot of people do that. All right, they hear they're moving here, they're moving there, they just bypass that completely. All right,
Right.
but you have made that a focus of your business. Is that correct?
Yes. Yes. That's your foot in the door, Aaron. Right then. I may not get the listing. You may tell me, hey, we've already listed. Great, Aaron. So who are you working with in San Jose? See, now I'm focused on getting that referral. Okay. I know a great agent out there. And right off the bat, I said Craig's name because I know him out there. But if I didn't, I would just go on to Vulcan. I would find somebody who works in the area. We would talk. I would get them ready to do a three-way call when I go and meet you at 3 or 4, and we could do that over the phone. Actually, if I didn't get the listing, so
Let's see, out in the audience, raise your hand if that's something you regularly do. And I'm going to assume not many people raise their hand as to something they regularly do. So with doing that, has that been like a focus that you've done for a long time? Is that something newer? Like talk to me about that.
well, I've always kind of done that, because I was always a member of. I really believe in these groups like roadmap. I believe in getting with the groups to watch you because I'm just a single broker now. But even when I had my office, if you prospect with other people, then it's an accountability deal. So, and I do a lot better with a lot more accountability. So it keeps me from getting complacent now, especially. That's why I'm with these groups. So
So, all right. So here's the part that I found even more kind of mind shattering here is within the last like year, how much money have you made from just taking that additional step?
probably $50,000.
Fifty
Close to
thousand
55.
dollars.
Yes.
Okay. What Ron just said is he makes an additional 50 grand in referral fees. Okay, that's anywhere from referring anywhere from what 8 to 15. Referrals, and that's money you don't have to work for. Okay,
Right.
I mean,
I
uh,
love getting those checks. I do follow up with them, make sure they contact them, make sure everything's going good because I want to keep those people happy. The people that I refer out, I make sure that that they follow up that's why I say let's get on a three-way call, Aaron, because I know if I get them on the line or if they get me on the line, I tell other people, call me. I'll help you get your listing. So, and we're going to do a roadmap from San Jose to Nashville. Okay. And I'm only going to build you up so that you can get that listing. So get me on the line, call me, and I'll help you get that listing. Aaron's the only guy I would list with in Florida right now. Where are you in Florida?
I'm in Lakewood Ranch, Southwest Florida.
Lakewood Ranch. So Aaron's the only guy I would list with in Lakewood Ranch. You've really picked a good agent. So while he's working on your listing there, I'm going to work on, getting your buy out here. And you've heard that you make your money on the buy, correct? You've
Hmm.
heard that. Okay, so if Aaron has to reduce or adjust the price there, we can make it up out here. Sound good?
Yeah, 100%.
All right.
So if you guys don't realize what he's doing, okay, is he's working on getting a third party endorsement as well. All right. Because what
Exactly.
happens is as soon as you like, let's say for example, like I refer a contractor to somebody, okay, and that contractor knocks out of the park and does a good job. What does that do? That builds your what?
Yeah, it builds your rep.
It builds
It
your rep,
builds,
it builds your credibility. So what
sure.
he's doing, it's just, I love it so much. He's getting in touch with a good person he likes, knows, and respects. He's making by making them look good. He's making himself look good. He's making mailbox money off of this. Then on top of that, he's potentially earning a listing. Love it. Done. Good.
Exactly. You can't miss the opportunities. So Aaron, like on an expired listing, you what I'll do, I had a broker friend of mine out here when I first came out. He's got a big team and everything, and I knew him through Mike Ferry, and so I would get on his calls and I would harass him, just kind of ask him questions and this and that, and keep that energy going on his calls. Well, what he started calling me was a super broker. Oh, you're a super broker. You're on this. So that kind of stuck. And that's kind of what I work into my scripts. So if you say something like, you're the 10th person who's called me today. So play that with me.
You're the 10th person to call me today.
Man, I understand, but those are regular agents, Aaron. I'm a super broker. Do you know the difference?
No, I don't know. No.
Ouch. What would be the best time so I can show you the difference? Today at 3 or tomorrow at 4? So I'm going
Uh,
to close you, Aaron. I'm going to close you on that script 3 or 4 or 5 times. Okay. I'm going to constantly be closing you for that appointment. You see what I mean?
I I get okay. So can we do this? Can we have some fun? Can we have some fun? Is that cool?
Sure. Sure.
Can I give you three objections because it seems like you have just a
Absolutely.
good answer for like every one of them. All right,
Sure.
let's see here. What will you do different than all the other agents?
Oh, that's a great question, Aaron. That'll be the first thing. I'm going to write that down because that'll be the first thing I show you when we get together today at 3, or I have 4 tomorrow. Which is better for you?
Perfect. How much do you charge?
Oh, that's an excellent question. But what I really hear you saying is how much you're going to walk away with, Aaron. So when I meet with you, we're going to talk about your net out. Because see, it really doesn't matter what I sell the house for. What matters is what you walk away with, isn't it? That's what matters.
Do you have a buyer for my home?
I haven't seen your home yet, Aaron. But when I get together at 3 or 4, we'll go over a list of techniques that I use to get the buyers. If I have a buyer for your house, I reserve my buyers for my listings first, then my company. Okay, you can understand that, can't you?
All right, last one. We're going fair shot here.
All
We
right.
are going to go for sale by owner.
Ouch. So when I meet with you, I'd love to meet with you and just show you why that wouldn't be a good idea. Maybe that'll cost you thousands of dollars. And if I can show you that the average realtor in your area sells for 16% more for the same house than you're going to sell for as a for sale by owner, would that be something you'd want to know about?
Yes, that
Aaron,
was good. Oh,
Aaron, do this. Do this. This is what I'll tell for sale by owners. Okay, that's your market. Now hold your hands clear out here as far as they can. That's my market because I'm a full time professional realtor. Now go back like this. That's your method of marketing, the hope and pray method. Okay, I have hundreds of techniques that I use to get you the highest sales price in the shortest amount of time. Now, is that what you want?
oh yeah.
Fantastic. Is 3 or 4 better for you?
Three, dude, it's the energy. I mean, I don't know like where you get it from, but I don't know what kind of coffee you're drinking, but I need to be drinking that coffee, whatever Nashvilleian coffee you're drinking. I need some of that. I need some. I definitely need. No, that was great. And I mean, but here's the thing, everybody, is what you got to keep in mind. Ron's been doing this for infinity in a day, but he's practicing. I mean, the most loving way possible. But you have
Yeah.
probably practiced more than anybody ever to get that good. Am I
Yeah.
wrong?
You're not wrong. I practice all the time. I practice before I go on. I chant my scripts, and sometimes I don't get them in the right order, or my tongue gets tied, and my throat gets dry. But I think having the energy and enthusiasm, bring it to you on the call, because see, they don't see me moving, they don't see me
Right.
talking and squinching, they just hear it on the phone. So if you're coming across and you think you're top notch on your energy, take it up a level, because what they're hearing is not that. Okay, so then when you get with them, Aaron, I've gone on presentations where I perform. Okay,
That's what it
so you
is.
go out, you talk the net out, you don't talk sales price, you talk walk away price. After everybody's gotten their pay, this is what you're going to walk away with in 30 days. Is that going to be a big problem for you? See, and if you go and you do your script, bam, 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 sign the contract, and then you're out the door. I keep it to 20 minutes. And there's a reason for that. I've had people call me while I'm going down the street, left the house, signed, everything's happy. What did we sign? What are we selling for? They don't even know what we sold it for. But it doesn't matter, because my focus is to get you the money that you need.
Right.
Okay, is the net out. And I think that I talk to agents all the time, and they get into these pricing objections, and it's because in their mind they're causing it. If I think most objections, the agent causes it. Okay, it's because what the seller is seeing is causing them to slow down, hold it, cause an objection. Okay, so if you're getting a lot of objections, you got to work on your listing presentation. Okay, if you're smooth and good with your listing presentation, I've had people jump up, high five me. Because that's what you want. You want them to focus on what they're going to net, how you're going to get there. And, so I show them three things in my pre-listing package. Okay, one is my plan of action, how I'm going to get you the money, Aaron. Number two is the net out. I send that prior to going out with the pre-listing package. Okay, and number three is I do a frequently asked questions, but it's really the top 10 objections and my answers to that. So when I get to the house, I've sent it to them, and I'll ask you, Aaron, did you have a moment to read the pre-listing package that I sent you? And 99% of the time they say, no, I really haven't looked at it. We saw you got it, but we didn't look at it. So that's what I know. So I'll say, well, great. I just happen to have one. While I'm looking at the house through the eyes of a buyer, if you'll read these 3 pages, so that you can I can answer any questions while I'm looking at the house. Okay. I don't want them to take me through the house, because they're going to sell me on the house. They're going to sell me on their price. So I'm going to look at the house through the eyes of a buyer. When I come back, first thing I ask is, did you read the questions? Okay, are you okay with the price? That's a walk away figure. What I think you're going to get in your pocket after everybody's paid. So if I can walk you with $500,000, Aaron, is that going to be a big problem for you? And you say, no.
No.
What they say is, that's after everybody gets paid, your fee and everything? Yes. Okay. So then I say, do you have any other questions for me? They already had my question and my answer. So they said, no, fantastic. All we need to do now is simply sign the contract, so I can get you what you want in the time you want it. Won't that be great, Aaron?
You make it seem so easy. You make it seem so easy. It really, because
Well,
it really, it's not that difficult. It's not that, it
it's
really
not.
isn't. It's not. What do they say? It's not difficult. It's easy but not difficult. It's easy but not
Yeah.
difficult, right?
It's mental. So it's all in your mind. So you're so scared. I mean, most agents are very scared of pricing. They go in and they're intimidated a little bit. They're scared, but a seller can sense that, Aaron. You know that. A seller
Hmm.
will smell that all the way down the street. They'll smell a weak agent. Okay. But if you go in strong and say, Aaron, I'm so excited to be here and talk to you about getting your house on the market and getting it sold this time. So I have one question I need to start before we go to the kitchen table here. I'm 100% committed to getting you the highest sales price in the shortest amount of time with the least amount of problems. Now, is that what you want?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm shaking my head, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you say, yes, of course, right?
So, Ron, let me ask you this, okay? So you got a brand new agent is walking
Eh,
past your door. They knock, 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 and they're like, Ron, I hear you're amazing. What is one piece of advice that you could give me?
Well, I would say, whatever you say it with confidence.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So whatever you tell the sellers or the buyers, or if you're on a listing president, you got to say it with confidence. And you also got to know when you're calling an expired or a FSBO or anything they say is exactly the reason we need to get together today at 3 or 4, which is better for you. See, whatever they say is the reason we need to get together.
All right, my friend, let's wrap this up in a nice little bow, okay?
All right. I hope I didn't talk your ear off, but
No,
you know,
let me tell you something. Your energy is intoxicating. I absolutely love it. Okay, I
well,
absolutely love it, and your knowledge is second to none. So please, thank you. No, this is I know that I'm speaking on behalf of Vulcan 7 Nation here and Roadmap people that they're going to appreciate this really well. But wrap it up in a bow. Okay, what
okay.
are your final last words for Vulcan 7 Nation?
Well, I think the real estate market is going to get harder. So you've got to learn your skills better than ever. I think that a lot of the easy business is going to be gone. We're going to see short sales again. We're going to see people, when you have the kind of debt that they're into, you're going to see that you're going to have to be a solution. Okay, the easy days, open houses don't work. Quit that thinking. Get that traditional stuff out of your mind and start prospecting and being proactively finding clients. Clients, referrals. Every day you should start your day at zero. You need to find a seller, a buyer, or you need a referral, right? So that's your goal, is to get one of those that day, every single day. It doesn't matter what you did post COVID, or even myself, long time. I've had all kinds of awards. I spent that money. I need to get a new client every single day. You have to start at zero, and you have to have standards. So you have to be willing to say, okay, I'm gonna walk away if it comes to this, or this. I deserve to make some money, so I'm not going to cut the commission down so where I'm paying them. Here's another thing, Aaron. I don't understand how agents, like they take an expired listing, for example, and they say, well, we got to get new pictures and new. I don't. I call the old listing agent and I say, hey, you got some great pictures. I want to use them.
Hmm.
You can't use them anymore. So I'd like your permission. I'd like your permission to use those photos, Aaron. Do you mind if I use them? And what do you say?
Sure.
Sure, because here's what I'll do. I'll return the favor to you someday. Now then, a lot of them will say, well, I paid for those. I'd like to get reimbursed. Hey, not a problem. When I close this house, I'll reimburse you maybe half of the cost of the pictures. Okay, that way we both pay for it, but I'm not going to do it until we close. Sound good? And if we don't close, you're out. Or you can pull every picture off every website that's attached to your name, because you can't advertise that house anymore. It's mine. Sound good?
All right, Ron. So let's say we got someone moving to New Mexico or someone moving to Nashville. All right. I
Okay.
see your name is up in that top right corner with the phone number. But just in case our eyes are really small, and we can't see. What is the best way to get in touch with you for that
Well,
referral?
you can call me directly, 615-995-0505, or Ron at ronpoindexter.com. I mean,
Perfect.
it's simple. Ron at Ron Poindexter.
It doesn't get
Remember
easier than that.
Poindexter.
It doesn't get easier than that. It doesn't get easier than that.
No.
All right, my friend, this was great. This was a master class right here in what to do within like a 30-minute time period. So I want to say thank you so much, my friend. This was great. Handshake.
Hey, handshake.
Thank you very much. And I just remember everybody in Vulcan 7 Nation, remember, go make some money and don't forget to boom, trust the process. Y'all take care now. Be good, all right?
All right. Thanks, Aaron.
You're
Have a great
welcome.
day.
You too.